Tell us why. I suppose just the amount of shows that I will go through a ridiculous extreme of like public transportation to get here. Just like 12 shows this year, 10 last year, give or take, and then all done on the back of, you know, trying to hop it not privately and just make it as fun and means-making as possible and do it just for no other reason than because I love it and because it's everything that I want to do.
I've been there since BBC introducing many years ago. I think that's it.
That's the first non-family member follower.
Yeah.
Dancing on Our Graves, and it's a double. Went to 11 with the last tour, and this is my 14th overall because I saw them twice when they played with Craig Owens.
I slept a whole 2 hours after the Glasgow show yesterday, and now I'm here waiting in the front of the line.
I'm 37th biggest listener of Voila, so that's quite an accomplishment. It's not the best, biggest, but in heart, of course, I am indeed.
My name's Linda, and I'm one of the band members' nanny when he lived in the UK, so I'm looking forward to seeing Gus later.
I can prove that I'm the biggest Voila fan because my cast came off 2 days ago and I'm still here.
Why do I love Voilà? Well, that's because they write lyrics that relate to me so much. I've never found another band that wrote down what I felt completely, so I fell in love at first sight, literally.
I'm Matt, I come from a town called Lowestoft that's about 3 or 4 hours travel.
It says, your body will build my grave. And then on the back, leather and lace. Obviously, drop dead gorgeous. I was actually in the kitchen with one of my, who now is best friends. We really didn't know anything about each other, and then Figure You Out came on, and I was like, oh my gosh, I love this song. And she was like, I love this song. And then now we go to concerts together. This is the second time we've seen them.
War Today, it's just an awesome song. I'm really kind of sad that they don't have it on the set list this year, but I can't really be super upset about the set list because it's got my favorite song on it. So, but War was a very fun design to do for a great song. And I'll spin. To make friends when we're just sharing this experience of the musical world of Voila is great. So I'm so excited to be here again.
Beautiful.
I just started with like the silhouettes, and then I just hand painted it from looking at the pictures. So yeah, and that's basically it. And there's the lyrics from every album. There's one song in the colors of the album, and on this side as well. So,
like, can we get the back? So this was hand painted.
Yeah. Yeah, it took me about 2 days. I have almost 3,000 listening to a record line, and I got it tattooed on my arm, and I made some bracelet. So yes, I'm really a biggest fan. So we created the roses with a group of 5 people.
We cut slices of fabric of both colors, and then we just rolled them to try and shape the roses. It was not easy. We used the glue gun, hot glue gun, and then we just added the things. These are different because a different person made them. She couldn't make it to the concert, but she put her heart into making beautiful roses so we could bring them. I have this tattoo. I don't know if it's the whole thing that's showing up. Last year I was waiting for Voila to go out of the show, and I asked Gus to sign me something for me to tattooing, and I showed up a little paper and he gave me his hat and signed something. He started to drawing something, but it was not great, I'm sorry. And so he wrote something, and Luke was here after, and he wrote the Nothing lyrics, and so I decided to get it tattooed, so because it means a lot to me.
I'm gonna be at the 2 next shows and this one. My friends are gonna be there as well, so James and Flores and Maurice. And it's all the friends we made because of Voila, so that's very great, very nice community, and we got to know each other because of the Discord.
I was here early because of James. We're all just mentioning. Yeah, we're all mentioning James. I was here early because of him, and I actually only got into Voila like past year with the Chrissy show, and I made so much amazing friends, and they were like headlining now, and I was like, yeah, I have to go. I even called in sick to work for it.
Started as a Taylor Swift audition, but ever since I loved doing it and I loved giving them to people, so I started doing it for all the concerts that I go to, and I give them out to other fans.
I saw you last year here in Cologne and I fell in love, and I had one of the worst years ever. But thanks to Voilà and your music, I could survive. So thank you guys. I hope I see you again.
We are best friends since first grade, and we love the music, so we chose all our favorite lyrics and did the design on our laptop. And
we did the tarot cards for the front and the lyrics and symbols for the back of the t-shirt, and then we printed it out and put it on the t-shirt with heat and press.
I came from the border from Switzerland, and it's in Germany, but it's on the biggest lake here, and I traveled 7 hours to get here. I slept in Cologne and came here with my friends to enjoy the show, and I'm really excited.
I crocheted this hoodie and I was like, this is the thing I want to show Voila, and yeah, show them that I really love and support them.
I just wanted to show my gratitude for Voila, and I thought doing something creative and expressing it in a interesting way, like with clothing, to show them how much they mean to us would be cool. So I picked one of my favorite songs. I obviously love a lot of them, but Heartbreak Hotline is one of my favorites.
And then what's on the sleeves?
It's the lyrics, the main ones. It's Won't You Pick Up the Phone. And then on my left arm it's And Come Ruin My Life.
I just made like a mix of every cover album. I just really like the design in general. So yeah, I just tried to mix them all up. And yeah, well, she got me into Voila. I'm more of a metalhead mainly, so I also like the heavier stuff. And that's also what got me into them, because they're not so, I mean, they also have pop, but of course a lot of rock, and just generally I love the way they do the melodies. It's just so super catchy, and that's what I love in bands generally, so that's why got me into them.
One of the kind of most interesting things about being a Voila fan and being a fan of their music, so regardless of how you got there or how you're traveling between them, or if you do one at all, you end up meeting people and having conversations with people and just kind of making good friends, and you don't find that in kind of a lot of other queues, and it's kind of that vibe and that feeling of just kind of meeting entirely people in random cities, countries that I've never been to or never traveled between, and just generally just meeting people and having a good time, having a vibe. It's just kind of that, which is kind of why I've done some ridiculous travelings with Floris here, and just traveling with a random bunch of people throughout Europe so far, and it's why I love doing this, and why Voila means so much to me as a band for as long as I've been for 5 years.
As a little last minute decision, I was like, why not design some light sticks based on Voila with their logo on it, and make a little custom cap for, say, Gus, and a little book for Luke, because he has been on the cover of books. So I was like, I'll make a little joke out of these, and I'll add some lights to them, and I'll give them out to some fans. And that's how kind of the little light stick project started. So this is inspired by my favorite album, Happy Never After, which is also the album I found Voila.
I kept missing them because there was the festival, which I missed because I was at the Harry Potter Studios, and then the whole UK tour. I was in Paris for a family holiday. Then on Monday I left Paris before the Paris concert to go back, and then I decided why not just go to Amsterdam in the hopes that I get a ticket, and I got one this morning.
The turning point of their life, yeah? I had to. I was very sick. I was alone because my boyfriend just cheated on me. I had my parents and music. And I just feel why I'm living, why I'm fighting about this. And at this moment, I just listen to music. One of them is Voila. And my favorite song is actually Long Story Short, because when I'm listening this song, every time I'm turning to my memories with my boyfriend, with my life, and because of that, I have this tattoo, Long Story Short, and I just feel I survived. because of the music. So because of that, I am here. I just want to say thank you, actually. I tried to say the last time, and today too. Thank you for coming. So because of that, I am here. I love you guys. I hope you enjoy in Germany. This is my land. I just want to say actually, herzlichen willkommen.
I think I'm the biggest Voila fan in here. I have the most streams of Voila in total. It's like 464,000 minutes and like 322 days. And I started to listen to Voila in January of 2024, so it's not that long. And yeah, my favorite song is Lately Acoustic. I have listened to it around 3,000 times. And overall, I'm just loving all the songs, and I'm so happy to be here tonight.
If you want to find out if I'm the biggest Voila fan, then you just might have to tune in next Saturday to the Voila Discord to Luke's Lyrics podcast, and you just might find out if I'm the biggest Voila fan. Because hosting a podcast with Luke, that's not something anyone gets to experience. So I let my actions speak for myself, and also the only person to get a shout out from the stage from Gus himself at the Voila show.
I found them, I think, in 2021, if I recall right, and funnily enough, through an anime fandom. It wasn't an edit, and I was like, I love that song. And I looked up the band and I found Figure You Out, and from there on it just spiraled further and further, and now they're my second most listened band on Spotify. And funnily enough, they took me through a breakup, through a really bad one, and just emotions. That's why I think I'm not the biggest one, but I think I'm pretty way up there.
One of the lines in that is throwing darts into bars with Queen of Hearts, so I had to do a Queen of Hearts inspired outfit. I traveled all the way here from Copenhagen, which is in Denmark. That is a 9-hour bus drive. So yeah, I have to try to convince Gus to get them to Denmark to hold the concert, because I talked to Gus on the Gus chat and he told me he was actually more than half Danish. So it took around 2 hours to get right, and the outfit I chose a couple days before. I also got nails done, which also matched, so Queen of Hearts, Queen of Spades.
I'm trying to encourage my students to listen to Voila and to influence them. So maybe in a few months we could have an army of little magicians.
Basically, I made them all listen to Voila, of course. I know every song and I love every song. It's like, I guess there's basically not a song that I don't like.
And,
yes, she loves Mamacita.
Last time when we were in Berlin, also for the Voila concert, and they were singing Something Blue, she was the one that looked hold hands.
I love Julie. Justice for Julie. Julie's the best song.
So we started the journey here at around 4 a.m. to get here. And I need to go to work at 6 a.m. tomorrow, and I'm leaving this night. But it's worth it.
I've written a book based entirely off of Drinking with Cupid, and the main character has these pants. And every patch is hand painted and hand sewn onto. It's all songs based off of Voila.
My name is Isaac. This is my sister Gabby. We live in Rio Rancho, New Mexico, and we drove 7 hours, give or take, dealing with a lot of heavy traffic on the way here to Denver, just to see our favorite band. Discovered the band a year and a half, 2 years ago with So Hot That It Hurts. That song kind of blew my mind, and then discovered all the rest of their amazing, incredible songs, and kind of fell in love. And then they announced their tour last year, and I got VIP tickets to that, went there, met them, had a good time. And so I knew once they announced the US leg of this tour, I would do the same thing and come here for Denver.
He put me on them, and I've been trying to learn all the songs so I'd be ready for the concert tonight. But this is my first time seeing them in person.
The purple was the color that I was trying to go with, and matching their new album colors.
We got our masks.
Yeah, the masks for the masquerade portion of it.
But
Yeah, we put them on real quick.
But yeah.
Trying to create a whole experience.
I have to say it's me. I do have the Illusionist card. Me and my sister got the second edition Illusionist packs because we came to the show last year, and then I literally were opening them up together, and I saw the back of the card, and my heart stopped. I flipped it over. I was like, "This is crazy." I posted it on my story, and then Voila saw it, and then it was just crazy. And then they followed me after that. It was just like a full circle moment because I went from being super into this band and then pulling that card was insane.
I first heard of Voila like about a bit over a year ago from a friend. I first heard Figure You Out and thought the song was just absolutely amazing. I started listening to more and more of their music. I realized, oh my gosh, this band has like never put out a single bad song. I love all of it. I am a huge fan now. I have like, posters and I've like painted their album covers before. She's actually my sister and I like put her on it too. And now I'm actually obsessed. We wanted to get here like as soon as possible. We know we are like super early, but we wanted to be like first in line. We want to have like the best chance to be like up close and personal with the band. We're just like super excited for this concert.
I'm a part of the Discord group, Train of Thoughts Dave. I got this I got this 6 months ago. I almost died listening to this song, which is why I have it, which is why I have the lifeline. We drove 6.5 hours to come here. Literally, they have a soundtrack for every single portion of my life, and I've been listening to them for years. And we'll never stop.
I'm Rain. I've been a fan of Voila for the past 2 years. What is an outfit that I have for one of my favorite songs, which is like Ballerina? So I'm like, okay, let me figure out the best way to do that and represent that. And it has saved me from a lot of different things, so I love Voila.
I'm from Romania. I took a flight here. And after that, I saw Voila have a concert in Seattle. I had some family here. So I said, okay, I'll take the VIP ticket to come here for the concert. And after that, I'm going back home in Romania, like almost 6,000 miles.
Your music has just been amazing. I discovered you guys about 2 years ago. Figure You Out came up on my Spotify recommendations, and I've been hooked ever since. I brought a bunch of people in with me, and just so excited to see you live. And gotta show off what I made last night for the show.
I made this awesome shirt. My favorite song, one of my favorites. What brought me on them was the song If You Were Me, because it randomly popped up on my Spotify and I've been hooked ever since.
Listening to their music has helped me like mentally. It's been my safe space. So
And then she brought me into it.
Yeah, I did. So being here, I'm honestly so excited.
So I got here earlier today at like 2:30ish. Me and my friend got here. And then I still had to work today because I'm a nanny, so I had to go run around town, met up with my friend, and hopefully we get a good spot because I'm short and I want to be able to see. I wish I had found them sooner because I had a lot of music to catch up on. But yeah, I've just been like jamming out every day in my car and trying to listen, and it's really fun. I feel like it's going to be an amazing concert. I'm so excited.
I've been listening to Voila since Figure You Out. I used to listen to them on my 3.5-hour ride to work every day, 6 days a week. So I kind of got my way through the entire discography really quickly. I really love the lyricism and all the different mythological references. They mean a lot to me. I got on the guest list today and I found out at 9:15 that I was coming. I got a call actually. I called here to make sure that I was coming to the concert and Gus answered through the stage manager, so shout out to Gus.
So I drove from all the way Spokane, Washington to Denver, Colorado last year. It was one of my favorite concerts ever. And I decided Portland because I'd never been to Portland before. I'd been to Seattle and but yeah, no, they're one of my all-time favorite bands, and I'm so excited to see them.
Shirts today are Drop Dead Gorgeous, which is a great old school song that we love to hear when they play it live, which they do frequently, which is awesome. We are here obviously to see Voila, but it's really fun to be able to meet new faces that we haven't met before in all the wonderful times that we've seen them play live. And this is one of the lovely ladies here that we met when we went to the street team meetup.
Now you're involved.
But it's just really fun to get to know new personalities and find out what led them to Voila and what they're looking forward to seeing at the shows.
Started searching on like Instagram and everything. I was like, oh, I really like the band. And I realized they had a Discord. And I joined the Discord. The community was super welcoming and everything. And I think it was like a week later after I was like thinking about proposing at the show. And I joined the Gus chat. And it was like the first one I was in. So they recognized, oh, new person. Let's bring them up, talk about them, how you were introduced, blah, 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 and I mentioned her, and I was like, oh, and I'm planning to, like, propose possibly, like, at the show or, like, in Milwaukee while we're there for it. And Gus was like, oh, that's so exciting. I think we have to do something for that. After this song, we're going to bring you up, you're going to spin the wheel, and you can just go on your knees, go on one knee. So I selected a random person, and my name got called up. The idea was to bring, like, someone else up with me, which was her, obviously. She spun it. I went down, and it just kept spinning. She didn't turn yet. Kept spinning. She still didn't turn. I think it was about a whole 2 minutes before she realized and turned around that I was down on one knee. Yeah, it was a moment that definitely was a lot, and I really appreciate the boys helping out, and Sutton especially. It was a very big moment in our lives, and they very much brought us together more, so it was very special.
I first heard of them on Spotify. Spotify made a playlist of songs, and Figure You Out was one of them. And so I clicked on that song, and I liked it, and so I started adding more Voila songs to my playlist. And then I realized that most of the songs on the playlist that I liked were all Voila songs. So I was like, let me just go to this artist. And I liked all the ones I was clicking, so I was like, let me just start from the beginning, went down to the EP, and then just started working my way through. And I've been in love ever since. I really appreciate how much they interact with fans, how open they are to answering all their questions, and just what a great vibe that it all is.
I heard about them through my best friend. I started listening to them like earlier this year, and I fell in love like right away.
Well, I do this thing when I get really obsessed with music. I kind of make everyone around me listen to it, and I told her, I was like, look, I've been listening to this band and I really need you to listen to it too. And I told her, I was like, just trust me. And she listened to it with me, and she's like, wait a minute, actually, this is really fucking good. Everything that they do is incredible. There's not ever been a song that I've skipped, ever. Every album is a no skip.
About them, like at the perfect time, they showed up in my Apple Music new music playlist with Wish It On You, and I got that song like 3 days before Better Off was released as a single. So as soon as I was like, oh, these guys are pretty good, they had just released one of their singles for the next album coming out, so I've been following them really closely ever since. And I also like to write in my free time, and something that I love them for is how different all of their songs are and how easy those storylines are to follow. So I like to write little stories to go with each song, if that makes sense. Like one of my favorite ones is Pull the Plug. The things you can do with that song are immaculate, and I just love how deep their discography goes. Everything is perfect. I'm so glad to be here. It's my first time.
I came 17 hours to see Voila today. I think it was like 5 years ago on TikTok I heard Figure You Out, and it just stuck in my brain ever since, and it started a hyperfixation that is now 5 years ongoing. They're definitely my favorite band of all time. Like by far. They've topped my Spotify Wrapped for years now.
Oh, I knew like Figure It Out from like TikTok, and that was pretty much the only one. And then I met her, and she's like, "You gotta listen to Made for this. That's the best song ever." And then just followed her into the loophole.
We are engaged, and our first dance song at our wedding is going to be a Voila song.
I found out about the band through Spotify. I was just on my songs, and I like listening to kind of new songs, and so I hit like a magic shuffle thing on there, and their song, I believe it was Figure You Out, popped up. Loved the song. I was like, oh, that's really cool. Went to their page and just started listening to a lot of their music. Loved the lyrics. I'm a lyricist, so absolutely loved it. Ever since then, fell in love with it. Every album I'm up to date on, and it really inspired me, because I love songwriting, to really dig deeper into some different avenues of writing. And so I loved how they implement almost like the old times into their music. And of course their artwork on their album covers are amazing, and I just love everything about them. So much so, even their lyrics have touched me so much, I got a tattoo of their song. So just love the band, absolutely love it.
I made some little keychains for the guys. It's a little bunny and a hat that I crocheted, made it myself. And I've also made a bunch of like bracelets. There's 2 different kinds, a broken heart pin and an in love heart pin, and some keychains.
I've been a huge fan of Voila since like 2 or 3 years ago. I was listening to their music constantly, and during their last tour I was desperate to go and see them. Then I just wasn't able to make it. I was devastated, so I saved up and did everything I could, and like there's no way I'm not making it to this new tour. So I was finally able to come. It was a 5-hour drive, but we made it here, and I have school tomorrow, so I have to drive 5 hours back tonight. But I'm really, really excited.
I've been a Voila fan for about a year now. The Beauty Sleep album came out, and so Gus and Luke were both talking to all the fans on Discord. I was getting ready for work, and so I was not really paying attention. I heard them ask, like, all right, let's talk next. So I clicked the button. 2 minutes later, as I'm putting on my shoes, I get the message, you've been invited to join the stage. So I'm so excited to start telling them my whole story of how I got ended up getting scammed twice trying to find tickets, and they told me, stop trying, reach out to tour team. So I reached out to tour team and got in contact with Julia and Jen, and they helped me find a general admission tickets. And I woke up this morning like, all right, concerts today, check Discord. I see a message from Julia saying to check my inbox. I open my inbox and I see that someone was selling a VIP ticket. So I also ended up with VIP tickets to the show. So I would like to thank the tour team and everybody that helped to get me here, because I'm here because of you guys today. Thank you, Voila. Thank you, tour team. And thank you to the people that donated both the general admission ticket and the VIP ticket.
We have come from Salt Lake twice to come see them. Once last year in our LA concert, and then this year for the Phoenix concert. And we brought our mini magician with us this time. We've been married for 4 years, but this is our second time coming to see them for our anniversary.
And we just listen to them nonstop, like literally. I think we've been to every premiere that they've released in the last few months now.
Yep, the YouTube premieres.
Yeah, the YouTube premieres. I mean, we've been making custom, like, she's crocheted vests, I made hats. It's the whole nine yards.
I made a little bunny for Luke and Gus.
That's why we believe we might be the biggest fans of Voila.
Thank you for making a safe space for all of us.
Thank you. And thank you for making beautiful songs. Actually, a lot of the songs that we listen to actually hits deep at home, as well as very relatable to our actual lives. So thank you so much for the music that you make.
Thank you.
I am the biggest fan. And also they're so inspiring. I mean, no matter where you're from, you can achieve your dreams, and it's so inspiring to me because I'm from Poland originally, and I got here and all of the story. We're so excited to see the show, and I'm so excited.
I heard that people, when they come to Voila, decided to make bracelets and trade them. So I'm a new fan, only been a fan since about May, and I got the idea and ran with it. So I handmade all of them.
Decided to come out here. I'm from Kansas City. Dallas is kind of the closest place I can get to see them live. I really like the genre of music, and I actually booked the wrong flight, so I would have not made it here on time, so I had to change my flight just to make sure. And I came by myself, which is something I don't do either. The band really connects with me because, again, I don't listen to one consecutive artist, and they're the first band I actually listen to on a regular, and all their new songs just over and over. One song that really struck deep with me is Ballerina. It reminds me of my brother who had passed away, and just being here kind of is my brother is with me, and I'm honoring his memory in a way.
I'm from Iowa, and I flew all the way down here to see the boys live for the first time. And I'm here because their music literally saved my life. Stan's Hall pulled me out of the deepest hole I've ever been in, and I'll be forever grateful for that. And I can't wait to show them. I made this custom jacket, and it took me a lot of effort, but I'm really happy with how it turned out. I have a quote that Luke said to me in Discord one day on the sleeves, and I put all the albums on the back of it. And then I have all of their singles that weren't on albums. I have those all up in the front here with the logos.
I've been following Voila since 2019. I dressed on the Angels and Demons theme. I made my dad match me. So brought him. I got to see them in concert last year for the first time. I've been begging them to come to Dallas since they started. And I made these hats for them on the Masquerade theme. It's got their logo on it. I've got the little LNG on the back. And then it has all of their albums on the bottom as well, and it says Dallas, Texas 2025.
I first heard Voila in actually a duet with Aviva. I just fell in love with their music. They're very much the kind of music I listen to. And it just helps me get through things. It makes me feel good. When I want to be angry, I can be angry. I have some songs that kind of touch on mental health stuff. That's really good. I just listened to the song The Treasure, and it's so good. I instantly was okay, I'm gonna listen to this on repeat just for hours.
I got stuck on a Teams call for over an hour, unexpected. I had the reminder and everything set for ticket sales open. It's all right, I have the window open, I'm good, I'm ready. Get stuck in a call with my boss and a bunch of other people. Get back to it, sold out, VIP, sold out. It's I gotta find some other place. Check SeatGeek, Ticketmaster, found this random thing called Tick Pick, and it's like, I had to look it up, it's like, is this legit? Saw the resale price, and it's like, do I really want to pay 10 times the amount? And it's like, yeah, I'm not gonna miss this tour.
Originally, I found this band like years ago, probably like 4 or 5 years ago. They're on my happy Sunday, which is just when I do laundry. And they're on like my sad days, which is happens a lot these days. I just like them because like their music has a wide range of music. I can be sad and want to listen to them. I can be happy, and finding music where a band can do that is really top notch for me.
This is my second time seeing Voila. I made this last year when I went to Denver to see them. That on the side, I have the big Voila logo on the back. I got their signatures. I got the hat last year with all their signatures. I'm really excited that they came here. Yeah, I got my friend Monte here. It's his first ever concert. And one of them actually were able to give him a VIP upgrade. So for his first concert, he's able to get a VIP.
I just wasn't much of a music person. And then I got recommended Voila just like on Spotify randomly. And since then, like, I've considered them my favorite artist. That was back in 2022. And I've been listening to them like consistently since then. Like, listen to every album as soon as it drops, every song as soon as it drops. And they finally went on tour, and I was able to go last year. I play guitar. One of the first songs I learned on guitar was Cruel. It's one of the only songs I know all the way through to this day because I don't play that much. Brought my friends with me this time. I dragged some of them along. Yeah, so I'm just really looking forward, just the experience overall as a whole.
I came from East Tennessee, drove 5.5 hours. I saw the tickets online back in June, early June when they dropped, and I was like, we're going. It took about a week and a half. I actually saw a video on their Instagram from the Paris show, and somebody painted Gus and Luke on the back of a denim jacket, and I'm like, that's a really cool idea. I love so many songs from all of the albums, so why not pay homage to that?
Hashtag is my favorite song, I don't know if you could tell. And I am a fashion design student, so I wanted to create a dress. So I picked some of my favorite lyrics, so The Masquerade, because this venue's called The Masquerade. And I have like a little drawing for that. And then Dagger Straight to the Heart. And then on the backs I have flowers grow in the sun, love grows in the shadows. And then I have a couple kids in the dark with poison in a cup. It took a couple days. I was in the sewing lab every night this week and also last week. I sketched it and that took about 2 hours, and then painting it was probably around 8 hours. I did it last year, and so I wanted to continue the tradition. I love doing like song puns, so I thought I'd continue it.
I got this a week after the Spin the Bottle tour. And it's of my favorite song, which is Dancing on Our Grave. I view the song as something that like celebrates life and death in a very romantic way. And the song in general is just really important to me.
I'm Cece from Discord. It was Gus's birthday in Atlanta, so we all got this little group chat on Instagram called Gus's Secret Birthday Plans. And this is what conspired. As we got a lot of magicians on here. I'm gonna try to fit as many as I can. This is a bored no more road trip basket. Luke said in Discord the other day that he was bored in the bus. We've got the best of Mad Libs in here. Obviously you have to trust me because I'm a magician. Which one are you? Because I'm just really bad at that.
I'm actually from Dallas, but I'm here in Atlanta too. I started listening to Voila last year in September. I joined the Discord server. I was blown away by how interactive they are with everyone. I've never been obsessed with a music band like I am with Voila, and I don't see any other band ever taking my favorite spot in probably ever. So I'm so glad to have found Voila.
I've been following the band for about 2.5 years. Today I came from Montgomery, Alabama, about a 3-hour drive. I just want them to know that the music means a lot to me. I connect to it personally, and keep doing what you're doing because we're loving it.
This is my second time seeing them. I saw them when they came to Atlanta last year at Aisle 5. I've been listening to this band for like 3 or 4 years now. You know, they helped me get through like
like getting through the rest of high school.
I was working with Callie last year. We went out to lunch and we're listening to Voila and kind of bonded together. So when tickets came, we were really excited to go together and thought it would be a really great experience as friends.
We are from Raleigh, North Carolina. We drove about 5 or 6 hours to be here. This is our second time here at DC9 to see Voila. My mom doesn't know it, but I'm taking her to her first Voila concert in 2 weeks in Charlotte. So I'm really excited to take her. We're gonna drive back home tonight. We work tomorrow, but this is the things that we do for Voila and for the magicians, and we know they do the same for us. I kind of just want to see it all happen over again. I think that Luke and Gus have a really good connection with the magicians, and I love to see that they have a very special interaction with every single magician, just to see them pour their heart out to us, like every single time they write a lyric or every single time that they're out here. I remember specifically last time Gus stayed way later than they should have just to come out here and take an extra picture or just take an extra autograph. And it really meant a lot to those fans, and I'll never forget the look on their faces. And even just taking Polaroids with us makes a difference between them and other bands and other groups, and just everything about Voila. We just want to see it all happen again, and just over and over all over the years. So
We're from Ohio. I love their music. I really resonate with it a lot of their songs. Train of Thoughts is one that I really like resonate with a lot, and I don't really know how to explain it other than I really resonate with a lot of their music. Their music has done a lot for me. Like, I just appreciate it. I appreciate all of it.
It's almost like you feel it in your soul
when
they're singing, and the music is amazing.
I got here at around like 12. I love their music. Their music is just super unique. You don't find a lot of artists like them.
A group of colleagues, of my friends and colleagues. We all work in a hospital about an hour and a half away from here, and I never shut up about how much I love Voila when I'm at work.
It's true.
So they have heard oodles and oodles of information about this band and their music and how much I love them and how much I love going to see them live. And so they decided once they were close enough that it made sense for them to also go, that they wanted to see what this was all about, because obviously I don't shut up about it. So
You're
they
spreading
are all,
the magic.
I am spreading the magic. So they're all here, and as you saw, they are all wearing shirts that I have either worn before or that I plan to wear soon, based off of the songs.
We've been around for ages, since before Happy Never After came out. We've been listening for a long time. This is our third time seeing Voila. We've had a great time with them. They're so sweet. They're the nicest.
The fan interactions with them are amazing.
Incredible.
Like, they're absolutely the sweetest people. They always say like never meet your idols. This doesn't apply to them.
It doesn't
They're
apply.
the most
They're
amazing people I've ever met.
This is my shirt that I painted for the tour, and then here are my nails. I did them. I painted them myself last night for the different albums.
We love getting to see you every single time, and we're going to keep doing it as long as we can.
She actually introduced me to Voila. We're twins. She's older by 2 minutes. So I think that's really fun. We get to come to this show together. We came from Reading, Pennsylvania, so it's about an hour and a half from here.
Took a break from our homework up in Scranton to come see the show.
Thank you for all you do, for all your hard work. The lyrics, the music, it's amazing. There's a song for every situation, for the good, the bad, in between. It's great being a part of this fan base. I love you guys.
And for all like the change that life throws our way, the music has been a constant.
Twins, basically. I introduced her to the band. I originally started listening to them last year, and then I was like hooked ever since then. And then I was like, you have to come with me. Like, we were in the car like 20 minutes ago, 30 minutes ago, and we were like blasting the songs and everything and getting ready for this concert.
She got me into them like this year. They're a great band. They're great people, and I love them.
I love the ears. Like, I've never seen anyone else do that. Voila actually has something that you can wear and everything. Like, you're a part of the actual concert and everything. This is...
Originally, my trip was booked before shows were even announced. So I was coming to the States to go and visit friends, go and travel around, go and meet as many people as I possibly can that I've had held online as magicians for a long time. Really conveniently, these shows were announced and I was like, wait, hang on a second, these can fit. And so I just started like making slight tweaks about how I'm getting in between places, but starting out in New York because it made most sense to fly from London through to here. And then after that, heading up to Chicago and Milwaukee through Amtrak and other various forms of lovely public transport. I loved you guys so much, and coming over to the States for any other band to me would not make sense, let alone for any other reason or people who I want to meet the most, see the most, and just spend time with, and hanging out, chilling, music, literally just vibing with as many people as humanly possible, and that's kind of like why I love doing this. I love this travel. I love the insanity of it all. And it's brilliant, it's insane, but it's the people that make this work, and without them, it would not be worth it at all.
Figure You Out just appeared on my, recommended. I was like, oh, let me see how this goes. And I really liked it, so then I just hit autoplay on the band itself, and I fell in love with every single song that plays, so I was like, I have to go see them live.
We met at the Boston show last year, and then when the guys weren't coming to Boston on this tour, I'm like, let me recruit a group, let's go. So the three of us actually drove in from Boston, picked up Flores and JFK, spent yesterday in New York, and then are here today.
I started listening when they dropped The Cure for Breathing, and that dug me out of a pretty shitty hole that I was in. Depression, anxiety, all of that. And then since then, I've kind of just been listening every day. It's really saved my life. I'm only 17, but it's done everything it ever could for me. And I flew in from Maine today.
I just got excited when they announced their own tour. So then she got the tickets. She also asked me to get the VIP experience. So I ended up getting the VIP experience, and now we're here. Hopefully, last time we got to see them, I got a pick from them. Yeah. He shredded right in front of me, and I showed him my pick, and he dropped his so I can grab his. So that was so cool. I'm hoping for another one.
I'm pretty active in the Discord, and this tour I've gotten four nights planned. Of course, here, Chicago, Milwaukee, Charlotte, and Nashville. Last year I visited 2 concerts, and they were some of the best nights I've had the whole entire year. And I just knew I had to be back. The guys are just so genuine, and it's like, you feel like they're human, which you don't get with many artists, and you just feel more a part of the show, and you want to constantly come back. And obviously they have amazing music, so that's another reason to come out here.
We're doing a fan project, so during Train of Thoughts, we're gonna pass these out beforehand, so everybody can hold these up after the bridge part. And so, yeah, Julie and I worked on these a couple months ago, and now we're here. And I have my hand, already ripped it, but always have a poster.
The band has changed my life, honestly. It's changed my life. It's given me
friendship.
It's given me a lot of purpose.
So this isn't my first time traveling to Chicago for a Voila show, actually. I went last year to the Chicago show as well. I had a great time, and unfortunately my brother at the time didn't tell me he was a big fan. So this year when the tour rolled back around and the dates were announced, we decided to make a trip out of it and skip college classes. This year we decided we were going to road trip down to Chicago for today's show. We started this morning about 8:30 a.m., got up here around 4 p.m., and then tomorrow we'll catch them as well in Milwaukee and for the hometown show for Luke, and we're very excited for that. Thank you for being an independent band who releases music so often. That's so rare in today's industry, and we thank you for all you've given, me personally, in terms of just, all the support behind the scenes. Whether you guys realize it or not, you guys are a big part of my life now, and I appreciate it a lot.
I'm from Rochester, New York, so I drove in today 10 hours. But I've seen Voila at Mohawk Place in Buffalo for their first tour. Second tour, I promised them when they went international I would see them. So I saw them in Manchester and London last year. And then this year I decided to come to Chicago and Milwaukee. So I'm trying to, each tour, hit up a completely different venue and a completely different crowd. The first time I met them at Mohawk Place in Buffalo, I was singing, dancing, doing everything out in the crowd. And Luke pointed at me during the show, and I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. But right after the show, he came out and started talking to me. And he was like, I noticed that you knew all of our songs, you were singing everything, you're having a good time. And he came out of his way just to come see me and make that personal connection. And they came, they sat, and they talked to me and really went out of the way to be that personable. And just having an artist and someone like them do that, they had a fan for life after doing something like that. So I couldn't not follow them and could not honor who they are as a person and who they are as a band after something like that.
I found out through the band actually by my friend Keith. I really like asking people for music recommendations, and so I asked him, I was like, hey, do you have any songs that you listen to? And he recommended me Chanel No. 5, and that became my absolute favorite song ever. And so I've been re-looping that song over and over again. I've been listening to some of their other stuff, and it just kind of built up. and they've become one of my favorite bands, if not my favorite band. I was like, I really want them to tour, but I'm not sure when they would. And literally like the same week, they dropped dates for the US tour, and I was like, wow, that is crazy. And then I saw that their tickets were for today. My birthday's in 2 days, and I was like, it really is fate, and I do need to see them. So yeah, I'm really excited.
We're the afterlife of the party in Chicago and in Milwaukee.
2 years ago, Voila was opening for Craig Owens in Chicago at Bottom Lounge. And I joined the Discord around that time because I wanted to meet them and meet the fans. And Courtney was in the Discord, and I was trying to meet up with Courtney. And so I show up to the show, and I see Courtney, and then turns out she has a twin whose name is Arden. And so, and then we also saw Perla, who had a poster.
I had a poster.
She had a poster, and it was put on the story. And so we all met 2 years ago. And here we are 2 years later. We've gone to every show together since then. And Double Identity, these girls are in a band called Double Identity, opened for Voila in Chicago. And I just think it's so crazy how we went from just like meeting at a Voila show to them opening at a Voila show. And it's been the best experience.
It's my fiance. We discovered Voila. Well, I discovered Voila technically back in 2018 or 18 with Deja Vu, I believe, on the Discord. Then the concert dropped, so we got tickets, VIP to Dallas, VIP to Milwaukee. Got our first plane tickets as adults for Milwaukee. Flew for the first time, for me anyway, for the first time. It's been great. They mean a whole lot to both of us. For me, a lot of their songs touched my heart in a lot of very special ways. Just their stories that they tell and the feelings that they put into their music is something that's absolutely magical.
Scrolling on Spotify and found out that all of their songs are bops, and so I sent songs to him and made him a fan. We've been fans for, what, a year and a half now, and this is our first concert, so yay, we're really excited. I love a theme, and so new concert was purple, and so I painted my nails to match album cover, and then I wanted to match, and you were willing to match me, so.
When she was telling me about the band, she told me that they have a whole, magician sort of performer theme. I was like, all right, I'll get a vest and roll up my sleeves and make myself seem like a little bit, magic-y.
I found Voila on TikTok from one of Luke's videos, but then I started exploring their music more and really I fell in love fast. I just want to say thank you for the music and for always taking so much time for the fans. It's really special that you don't usually get artists that take as much time to even respond to DMs or something. It's really special. It's each of the albums. This one's the cover series that they did. And this is Deja Vu. It's technically the EP. I worked probably for about a week on them. I kind of last minute decided to do it. I was like, that would be kind of cool. So yeah, I just bought some paint and then started painting.
Hi, I'm Angela, here for the Magic Word Tour in Milwaukee. Third time seeing Voila. It's kind of full circle. I saw them when they opened up for Craig Owens at the X-Ray Arcade. Today was supposed to be the X-Ray Arcade, and we've upgraded to the Vivarium, so my first time here, and just so excited. It's so fun seeing it grow and see familiar faces.
Not from here, this show, Columbus show. I'm from the Netherlands, so I flew quite a bit to get here, doing a couple shows just to see Voila. But mostly also to spend time actually with friends I've met during Voila shows in Europe. And so far that has been amazing. These guys have brought me so many great friends throughout those shows, which I'm so grateful for. One of them even made this shirt, also for herself, but also for me. It's from my favorite song, My Type, with all the lyrics, and even the back has lyrics written on it. The things that they've done for me this 1.5 years, all the friends I've made, and all the connections. I couldn't be any happier about that. This is my 12th show, and I'm ready to do many more.
We're from Toronto, Ontario, and Canada. I found out about the band through Spotify's Discover Weekly in 2020, and then she listened to them because I won't stop playing them in the house.
That's correct, yes. We traveled last year to see them, it was October. October in Akron. That was an amazing concert, and thank you, shout out to Luke, to Gus's girlfriend, who was so nice to kind of calm me down after the whole thing. This is the closest.
It's the closest one. It's a 7-hour drive.
You guys are awesome. You haven't let all of this get to you. That's what I put in an Instagram message to you guys last year, and I want to repeat that it's awesome for me being a parent to Isabella, to have her listening to people that have such good hearts. So thank you.
And I just want to say thank you for helping me grow up into the person who I am today. Because like your music has absolutely shaped me and has grown with me. I just feel like you've shaped me as a person. So I don't know. Thank you.
I found the band about a year and a half ago. I listened to Figure You Out and it just honestly caught my ear. So I went down the rabbit hole and I listened to a bunch more songs. My current favorite is probably Lifeblood. Good song, great song.
Anytime we're in the car, pretty much all that's playing is Voila, so really honestly can't get enough of it. Like everything is different, it's unique, it's just good quality, solid music.
I'm super excited. I'm anticipating a lot of just magic and just here to kind of meet new people too. And just have a good time. Just keep doing what you guys are doing. You guys are amazing, and you guys write meaningful songs that touch everyone each and every day.
Yeah, just keep being you. And we appreciate you guys.
This is the second show that I've been to. I brought a friend this time. Last time I had my mom with me.
We have the same major?
Yeah, we're both in the same major.
We have a class at 9:30 a.m.?
Yeah, and so every day after class, when we had that class, we would go like get coffee and whatever. And so then I mentioned the show. And she was like, oh my gosh, I know Voila. And so I texted my mom about it because she was supposed to come to this show with me too. And then after that,
so I managed to snag a ticket.
My mom was like, just invite her to go because I'm already going to DC with you. And here we are.
I was first introduced to Voila. It was a couple of years ago. The song Figure You Out came up on my Spotify. And I loved that song. I was obsessed with it for a long time. And then my sister was like, you need to listen to more. Listen to this song. And then it was Deja Vu. And then I got really hooked. Noon, 12:30.
Yeah, 12:30 is about when we shut up.
12:30, and you guys got the setup here?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Making the boys carry all stuff back.
Oh yeah. Thank you for making amazing music.
Yeah,
We love listening.
And I found them online through a video as well. It was, I think, Something Blue, and it was with Luke walking through a church. And I was like, oh, this is nice. And then I started to like look into it more, and obviously pulled my sister into my little loophole.
I brought actually my mom and sister who's come in later, got them into it. This was actually a birthday present for my mom, so she was like, I really want to go to the Voila concert. And I'm like, okay, Mom. Overall, it's just a really good experience, like both being out and like camping outside with like the other fans and like getting to talk about something that we all love. And then just the show itself and the energy. It's not something that you can find much place else. Like it's just a unique experience.
I found Voila back in 2020 during COVID and all that. I actually found them through a YouTube like playlist that was playing like all these different music, and then one of their songs was on it, Figure You Out. And I just was hooked on their music ever since. And I didn't even know that they had a concert last time. And then this time I found them on the Spotify, like their Discord, and I found out they were on tour, and I was like, I have to go. This is my favorite band ever, I have to go. And so that's how that happened. So he drove all the way from
Virginia Beach,
yeah.
Virginia, which is toward the coastline near Norfolk.
And then I'm from Memphis, so he drove down to Memphis, and then from Memphis we went to Nashville. So he barely had any sleep.
No, there was no sleep.
How they like get to know their fans, you know? It's like you don't really see that a lot with artists nowadays. They're more like, gotta get this music out and stuff. They kind of don't always take a pause to like get to know the people that they're singing for and doing music for. So it's like, you know, it's just really nice to know that, you know, there's a community here. It's awesome to be here, and I'm really glad that they decided to, you know, make their dreams come true, because it's making our dreams come true.
I've been listening to Voila since 2018, been here since the start, found them on Tall Girl and liked their vibe, and then Deja Vu came out, liked that, and then we got Long Story Short, and I've loved them the entire way through. Been following them close enough that here on YouTube Music they show their top percentage of listeners, and 0.06% 1 month on keeping up with their top percentage of listeners. I almost listen to them nonstop. It's hard for me to find another band that I listen to. I stay up till midnight every single time they have something dropping and I know about it. I saw them in Atlanta. In Atlanta, it was the most exciting thing. Luke, who normally stands on the right side of the stage for us out in the audience, came over to the left side where I was, pointed down at me, and he's just like, I have to match your energy the rest of the night. highlight of the year. And then after the show, I wasn't able to see him because they didn't do an official meet and greet, but somebody that I know that was staying behind just that little bit longer at the merch booth was able to see him, got a personal message, and sent it over to me.
It took us about 7 hours to get here. I think we got up at like 6 a.m. this morning.
Yeah,
Started
I got
getting
up
ready
at 5:55.
Started getting ready. I mean, we've sat in the car all day, driving,
yeah.
listening to the music. You know,
We just had all of the music.
Yeah, the set
all
list.
Voila.
We're waiting. Like we're just listening to everything. Ready, definitely ready. We're super excited. It's our first time seeing them. Going through a breakup, one of the worst points of my life, and every day, every single day, screaming in my car, listening to the music every single day, and it just means so much to me. So thank you, Jenny.
Like we literally talk it out through your music. We talk about our life problems.
Absolutely.
And we're like, we're gonna listen to Voila and cry because it just resonates with us so much. And it just, if you feel it so deeply, and whenever you feel it that deeply, you just have to go see them.
Yeah, you have to. You have to make the travels.
We came from Virginia. We came about 6 hours. And I came from Counts, Tennessee, which was about 2.5 hours. We tie-dyed and cropped them ourselves. And then I went with my favorite lyric from One Foot Out the Door, Paycheck. The lyric is, you look like a paycheck for my therapist. So I went with Paycheck for your therapist.
And then I was going to do a lyric, but they didn't have any good letters, so I just went with #Voila.
Well, I saw that they were touring for this tour, and I really wanted to come to a show, but I didn't want to go by myself, obviously. So I was like, hey, I found this band that I really
We found Figure You Out like 4 years ago, and we loved it, so we ended up diving deep into literally every song they've ever created. And then I introduced her, so it just became a thing we could bond over. Amtrak. We traveled about 16 hours to get here. It's originally a 2-hour drive, but Amtrak we messed up the numbers a little bit, so we ended up getting here at like 2:30 a.m. yesterday, and then we had another train bringing us all the way to Charlotte. So it's been a long 16 hours, but we're so happy to be here.
And it was so worth it for Voila. We love them. They resonate, like at least their lyrics do. Like the composition, like the way they write, the stuff that they write about, it just kind of touches you. It doesn't matter if it's about love or heartbreak, it's something that you can relate to, and it helps that the music is absolutely gorgeous.
They say the things you're thinking, and it's like, I don't know, it does touch your heart. We're like usual goth fits, and then on makeup we were trying to do the new album's cover. Exactly, with comedy and tragedy.
And we thought it would just be a cute addition to the normal fits.
Thank you. Like, I'm so glad you decided to get together and sing these songs for not only yourself but for all of us. You make us feel heard and feel understood. And I hope and I pray that you continue to make music like this.
For a long time.
Long time.
We love all of it. All of it. Literally impossible to make a bad song. Impossible.
True.
We're from South Carolina. We saw Luke doing some videos on social media. I want to say it was about a year or so ago. I saw an ad for the tour. We were coming home from Georgia from a different concert, and I played all their music.
And I fell in love.
And we bought tickets the next day, and now we're here, and we're super excited.
My favorite song is "Wish You Hell," but they're not playing it, so we actually weren't gonna dress up at all. But then we had this thought, because the line is, "I hope when he takes you out on some fancy date, I hope that the waiter has my name." And so we decided to dress as waiters. So I'm Luke, and she's Gus. We also have waiter menus that we also customized.
If I can get mine out. Yeah.
So, yeah.
We always dress up. We pick a song, we pick a line, we pick a theme, and we always dress up for a concert.
You guys are awesome.
Yes.
Thank you so much for everything that you do and for coming to Charlotte.
Yes, and
We're
keep
super
making
excited.
music.
Please, and
Yes.
come back on tour. We'd love to see you guys again.
Yes. We'll follow you every time.
They just like popped up on a Spotify playlist one day, and I just started listening and never stopped. I need them to play Petals. If they don't play it, I'm gonna cry, because that's my favorite song ever. So yeah.
I did make these, yeah.
I meant to make a lot more, but that didn't happen, so.
And what's the meaning behind the bracelets? Just your favorite songs, lyrics?
It's just, you know, whatever I was inspired to make, I'm hoping to find people to give them to at some point. Emily is like my band friend. Yep. We connected over our love for All Time Low and also the Rex. And so we go to like all the concerts together. And so I dragged her here because she's always down for a concert. Thank you guys for making this music because it's inspired me to do a lot of my own writing. I've gotten back into poetry since listening to your music, so thank you so much.